put your hands together for Louis.
Hello. Ni hao. My English name is Louis. My Chinese name is Lao Wai. I am from a place called Liverpool. And people from Liverpool have a very unusual accent. I will give you an example. So, most English people, most civilized English people, say the word chicken. I'm sure we can all understand that. People from Liverpool, however, we say chicken. It's kind of like we were halfway through saying the word and someone decided to give us a COVID test. Some of you are laughing, some of you are looking at your partner. What the fuck did he just say? So because I'm from Liverpool, that means I am British. And because I am British, I'm always drinking tea. Honestly, if you cut me open, it would be 70% hot water and a little bit of milk at the top. Every time I go travelling, I always take my tea bags with me. And what I do is I put my tea bags next to my passport, and that way, I don't forget my passport. So, I am white, I'm British, I'm in China. You're not going to believe this, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm actually a teacher. But I would like to make one thing clear. I consider myself to be a real teacher. I'm not a fake one. I mean, come on, I'm not Russian. Oh! I actually used to be a teacher in the UK, and let me tell you, that was a nightmare. Every time I would walk into the classroom, there'd be fighting, swearing, chairs everywhere. And that was just me. The kids didn't even turn up to class. So I decided to leave the UK. I wanted to move to a big city in China. There were no jobs in Shanghai, so now I'm stuck here in Beijing. But I shouldn't complain too much because I do. I really like my job. But I do have this one really annoying colleague. And what he does is he always comments on what I'm doing by just stating the obvious. So the other day, I'm sitting down reading a book, and he comes up to me and he says, reading. And I say, yeah, interrupting. I thought I won that little battle, but the next day I went to the toilet, pulled my pants down, and the little bastard jumps out of nowhere and he says, shitting. Honestly, I have no idea how he even got into the girls' toilet. I had another embarrassing situation, ladies and gentlemen. My boss is Chinese, and I don't know why, but whenever I see him, I get nervous. So the other day, I'm walking around the corner, he is walking around the corner, and we bump into each other. And I got all confused, I didn't know what I was doing, I got my Asian cultures mixed up. And I bowed. Oh my God, Louis, what are you doing? Luckily, he saw the funny side. And he was like, make sure. And I said, arigato sensei. I must have been in a Japanese frame of mind, because I wanted to kill myself after that. So, I'm teaching here in China. I would love to go back home, but I can't do that at the moment. Nothing to do with the pandemic, I just haven't paid my student loans in 5 years. So, whilst I'm here in China, I've decided to do a lot of travelling. Last October, I went to Ho Hot, and I have no idea why they call it Ho Hot, because there's no hose, and it's certainly not hot. I went to Dong Bay, and you can imagine my surprise when it turned out to be a male nudist beach. And I went to Hangzhou, and I had a great time, but my friend Joe, he never made it back. I've also been doing a lot of other things whilst I'm here in Beijing. One thing I do is I write and perform poetry. And they actually call me the Shakespeare of Beijing. Not because I'm any good, just because no one can understand the way that I say. Another thing I do is tell bad jokes at events like this. I always practice these jokes on my girlfriend, and she just rolls her eyes and says, you're going to be a great dad one day. And I say, calm down, babe, you've only been dating a few months. And I've only just paid for my abortion. I'm not complaining, by the way. I mean, it was much cheaper than going back home paying those loans. Another thing I've been doing is paying attention to my health. I've stopped ordering delivery food. I now go to McDonald's by myself. And I don't know why you're laughing, because you don't know how far McDonald's is from my apartment. It's a good 20-minute walk. Or at least it looks that way in a taxi. Another thing I've been doing is I started to play football with a bunch of Chinese people. And the first time I joined them, they said, wow, he's English, he must be good. And then they saw me play. After the game, they said to me, we don't think you're English. And I said, why? Well, you don't play like an Englishman. Well, who do I play like? You play like a Chinese. No. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Have a good evening.
She told me I'm probably not laughing.
All right, let's give it up for Louis. Oh man, that was all right. That was all right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're doing good. Hey, guess what? Right now, I got a special guest for you guys.